I was motivated and inspired today to talk to you about something I read in a magazine, and that is the power of purpose. We hear this word so much, purpose. Like, what is your purpose? What is your why? When you have your why, the how will just follow. What is my purpose? Hey, I'm not married. I don't have any children. So there was a basic level of survival when I was broke, bankrupt, and living in my parents' basement, and I had about $58,000 to $60,000 in credit card debt that was just had a stranglehold over me. My basic why was survival. How do I get, by each day? And what I mean by that is financially. I didn't have any money, and I didn't have any skills, and with that was my why. And then time would go by, and obviously things changed. You grow. I've became in proximity to different people who thankfully mentored me in what it takes to be a success, and not just financially, within myself. And, I got introduced to my God, I call him my harvester of knowledge, Jim Rohn, who my only regret, and I'll speak about this on another episode, is the only regret is that I never got a chance to meet the man. But the impact that Jim Rohn has had on my life, it can't be expressed in words. Just listening to him really lay it out in a very clear and concise and in a manner where anybody can understand it, where it is just you must work on yourself first before you can be a success to to others, and to be to get to these levels of success financially. You have to be true and clear with yourself and your own goals and who you are and what you're about. And just listening to him and reading countless books has had an impact on my life. And once I started to experience some level of success, we paid off the debt, and then began my real estate journey of purchasing property, and some of them were fix and flips, some of them were properties I owned and lived in, kept. When I did that, then your needs change. Survival is not your primary need and focus anymore. If I could help as many agents and brokers as I could with the skills that they need, whether they're new or they've been in the industry for a long time, giving them the skills that they need that I've learned over the years that I've been doing this, whether in mortgages or in real estate, the real estate side. If I can teach them these skills, so the time that they can become financially free gets, compressed and condensed, there wouldn't be a bigger reward than that, because I don't ever want anybody to feel like the pain and despair of being broke, having no job, and the level of, I don't want to say incompetence, the level of just feeling like you are worthless and there's nothing that anybody can do to get you out of this pit of fear and anxiety. So we're in a very tough market right now. I know any agent that, understands and knows what it takes to, help the public get listings and sell their properties. This is not an easy market. So many agents, usually in markets like this, we call them down markets in this industry, when you see so many agents struggling, what they'll do is one of two things. They're either going to go and join a team because they don't know how to get their own business, or they just leave the industry altogether and take another profession. So if I can help agents avoid doing that by arming them with skills to be able to be a success for themselves, for their family, and for their business, to be a better version of themselves, a better, wiser, and stronger version of themselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. If I can have an impact and do that for them, then, that gives me the why. That's my why. So, new agents and me, even, when I was there, when I was a new agent, I didn't have anybody guiding or, you know, just giving me guidance on, all right, here's what you need to do in this situation. Here's what you need to do to, help serve the public, to get listings, to get, help buyers get property. Like, I think I made like, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000 my first year in real estate. I didn't have anybody mentoring me. So that's another thing. I would strongly encourage agents that are new to the business, or if you're in the business and just finding yourself struggling, getting listings, getting buyers, even getting renters, and having any kind of consistent income, find a mentor. Find somebody that can help you get those skills and get yourself on a schedule to be able to, serve the public, but, do what needs to be done. Get listings, understand how to get a listing, and to serve the public at the same time, and do that consistently. So even in down markets like this, it's not a problem for you. So it took me a long time to become successful. It took me years, but I finally got into proximity with some really successful people that had the same mindset I did, which is I just want to, help and serve and give the knowledge that I have to someone else so they can be successful. They have more than I have. You can look at it that way. I remember it being very difficult, and I remember it. And there's even some times now where if you're just, you're in your daily grind of, prospecting and making your calls and reaching out to, different sellers and buyers, and things just aren't going your way. Like, you have to have a strong mental capacity and you have to have mental acuity to be able to navigate through those difficult times. Having mentors, being in proximity to people that can help you, people that are rooting you on, that want to see you successful. Those are people that I need to be around and want to be around. And I've 86 people out of my life that over the years were they're energy suckers. And they weren't offering me anything, as far as them just, wanting to see me do better. So unfortunately, you have those. You're going to go, look, when life is going to test you in many ways, and one of those ways it's going to test you is through pain. We can either learn through two ways. You're either going to learn through love or you're going to learn through pain. Most people, me included, we generally will learn through pain. So you're going to go through a struggle, but I believe this wholeheartedly. Without struggle, there can be no progress. So I tend to find that what's true for me is when I tend to make my most, my growth spurts when I'm going through pain and struggle. And that's also when, if you have a belief in something bigger than you, that's when your faith is tested, is when things aren't going your way. It's very easy to think that, and say that I believe, and my creator is, I'm very faithful and I understand and believe. And then when things go wrong and things aren't going your way and you're struggling, whether it's financially or, some kind of an emotion, whatever the case may be, do you then curse and, speak negatively about your creator? Why did this happen? Why me? Why me? Or do you do the flip side and say, this is for my own benefit. This is for my growth. This is, I'm going to learn from this. I can navigate through this. I am strong. I am powerful. I am courageous. I am someone of character that can navigate through this and be stronger on the other side. I don't do that all the time. Not all the time. Not even close. But as time moves on and these scenarios and situations, they will always be there. And the more that they happen, the more it helps me become mentally strong. because they're temporary, and this is biblical. I live by this. One of them is, and this too shall pass. So nothing that is a struggle and a hardship for you is going to be forever. It's not permanent. So know that and understand that. And when you do and have a belief of that, there's three facets that I'm looking at this from. And the first facet of the power of purpose is from leadership. So what we're going to say is, purpose from a leadership point of view. So when you have people that are, looking up to you and they're team members, they're your team. It's your purpose to look at this from as like a guidance system. Okay. It helps move you. Purpose will help move you through those challenges that I was just talking about. And like that why will serve as the inspiration when you need to really kind of dig down in those hard times. So again, when I was going through those hard times, I really didn't have a sense of why other than I had to just survive. How am I going to get this debt off my back? That was my first thing I was always thinking about is how do I pay off $60,000? That was my first thing. So maybe for you, it's how do I buy my first home? How do I get my family out of this, small one-bedroom apartment that we're all living in because we're struggling? Everybody's purpose is different. And when you, as leaders, we must, if you're a leader of a team, whether it's in a corporate setting, in an entrepreneurial setting, in a family setting, that's your team. They're your people. We must inspire our teams. We must. Leaders inspire. I believe that wholeheartedly. And I did previous episodes on the fact that when I was in a corporate setting, many of the leaders that were managers to me, I did not feel like they were qualified to lead. They just got the position because that was the next natural evolution upward of the chain, whether it was nepotism or, kissing ass to get to the top. I just never felt like the people that were above me were worthy of leading me and earning more than me and managing me, because they weren't. Not all of them, but the majority of them. So as leaders, my number one thing that I'm looking to do is inspire my team members. So we inspire our teams. We have to inspire our families. We have to inspire everyone that is in our orbit. I use that word a lot because I don't let a lot of people into my orbit personally. And maybe that's something I have to work on, the power of vulnerability. And I know that is something I'm definitely aware of. Our ability to inspire from a managerial perspective does not just come down to hitting numbers. Your team member hits a number, or as a manager, I hit a number. That's not only going to get it done, because there needs to be a deeper meaning to that. And it comes from, to me, it comes from who you are internal, your internal self, and your ability to see a larger picture of what's really important, not just numbers. So, I'm a leader of a team, and now I have team members. The team members' perspective of purpose. So, the way I look at this is when leaders come from a place of contribution, we're vulnerable. And again, that is a word that I'm working on as we speak, vulnerability. When we are vulnerable and really true to our purpose, okay, this builds this, you can call it like a trust bridge between the team and the team leader. And what it does is there's no gap between management or team leader and team. We're all connected. We built that bridge of trust and vulnerability and contribution. And as a team leader, it's my job to know my team leaders' why. Why are they doing what they're doing? What is their why? What is their purpose? So take some time and learn each one of your team members' whys. Because when you can focus on that and it's really their motivation. So when you understand that and you know that and you can help this person achieve that, man, like they then becoming the team members become inspired to want to be better and wiser and stronger for themselves and for the team. So, and you're helping them achieve their why. Like, this is a daily thing, a monthly thing, a yearly thing, a moment by moment thing. Like, this doesn't just, it's not just once a week. It's every day. So look, man, and again, when that happens, team members become inspired. It sparks productivity. And one of the most important things it does is it sparks positive attitudes. And it's going to want them to bring more team members into the team. So, and really think of it as a passion for them, team members, to want to do more for the team. And everybody thrives in this environment. The management thrives, team members thrive, and we'll get into the last part. Clients and customers thrive, and that's the third part of purpose. At a glance, it's from the customer's experience. So let's say this team is just firing on all cylinders and they are full of inspiration and purpose. Their customers feel it, and they want to be a part of it. So management and team leaders are inspiring the team, and the team then goes out and, interacts with clients and customers in a very inspiring manner and a very positive manner, in a healthy manner. The clients and customers feel that, and they want to be a part of it. So look at it this way. Clients and customers will feel like this is a collaboration and a cooperation between team member and client. And they don't look at it as just a transaction. Clients aren't just a number. Okay. You've created a real connection with these people and a real relationship with them. And those are the times that really make what we do as agents, what I do as a broker, it's what makes it worthwhile. And I don't want to get into all the success stories of people just really being very grateful for the help that I've given them. But there are a few that I can name recently that are very, very, it makes my job and makes what I do very satisfying. So, and again, you've created a real relationship with them, and it's looked at as a partnership, a collaboration, not just a transaction. They're not just a number. And when you meet the client's needs and wants in this manner of collaboration and cooperation and inspiration, they will become raving fans for you. And you've created this relationship based on contribution, based on collaboration, and clients can feel that this is not, you're not coming from a place of desperation, that you're just trying to make a sale. And if you're feeding them a line of nonsense and crap because you're just desperate for the listing, they can feel that. And I can guarantee you 9 out of 10 times, almost 10 out of 10 times, you will not get that listing. So they can feel that. And again, that's what successful teams are made of. Ones that inspire, look at this as a collaboration, a relationship, coming from a healthy, positive place to help serve them. And what it does is it inspires the team leader, it inspires the team, and it inspires the client. And then again, the client now will think of you when there is family members, colleagues, friends that want to sell their property. People love, did you ever notice this? Humans love to refer different people to you. Do you ever have a friend that's like, oh my God, I know this person. I know this electrician. I'd love to give him, I'll pass him your info. I know this plumber. Oh yeah, the car salesman who sold me my car. People love to give referrals. Oh, this restaurant owner. Yeah, I know him. Say my name. I do that a lot because I go out to eat a lot. So I've built relationships with different restaurant owners, and I enjoy that. I like that they know who I am, and I appreciate them. They appreciate me, And sure, I'll always do that. Hey, tell such and such that I referred you. They'll take care of you. People love that. I'm no different. So that's what clients will do for you when you come to them from a place of contribution and really just putting their needs first. Really what I wanted to just talk about with regards to purpose, because at 48 years old, to be honest with you, I never thought that I'd be in the position I am where either I wasn't married or I don't know. I don't know that I ever thought about really having a family, but at least having a significant other. I didn't think I would be in this position. So the fact that I am makes me think more and more about purpose and what my true purpose is right now in this moment, because it could change. My purpose could change. My desire to serve never will. I truly appreciate that. I love that because someone did it for me. I've had numerous mentors over the years. I've had metaphysical mentors, I've had financial mentors, and I've had personal mentors. People that they're at where I want to go in specific areas of life. And I've been very blessed to have them. So my needs will change, and so will yours. It's important to really know your purpose, know your why, and I'm grateful that at this juncture in my life, I've caught my niche later in life. Some people catch it when they're maybe in high school or college. They, say their best years were in college or high school or early mid-20s. I those were not good times for me at all. I feel like people say you're not supposed to have any regrets. Oh, no regrets. I don't have any regrets. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and maybe that's true. I'm not going to say it's not. There is a level of belief in that for me, but to go on the flip side of that coin, if I could do it all over again, damn it, you bet I would do a lot over again. A lot. I would have taken school more seriously, even though I had to work through it. I would have listened to my mother and father a lot more than I did. I would not have basically been a follower for the majority of my youth. I would have learned how to become, my own person, my own man, comfortable and healthy in my own skin. That didn't come till way later in life. But the other part of that is I'm very grateful that I've reached this point where I am, and that took a lot of years of mentors. So that's what I would say about that. So purpose is a really important thing. And if any of you want to discuss it, or, if I can help you in any way with it, let me know. Shoot me a DM. Again, I'm always available here. I'm going to be shooting probably a lot more. I've still got some things taken care of with some family needs and some personal needs that I got going on with some people that need some assistance that's not in this area. So, but what I will say is I'm more than happy to help you if you're trying to really figure out a purpose and a why. Because if you're trying to achieve something and you're just running into walls, once you find that why, the how is going to follow. It will. It absolutely will. So I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you for listening to me. And you can collaborate with me. I'm at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at Daniel Mesrobian. Love your feedback if you guys want to hit me with some feedback. And YouTube, I am obviously at the Daniel Mesrobian podcast. So be well, everybody. Thank you for listening. Love your lives. Truly, just be grateful that you are alive, and you have people around you that love you and care about you. And what I want to do in sharing this information with you is to open your eyes to what could be or what's out there. Real